Last class, we have seen about the transparent bridge. How the bridge is used to establish to extend the connection between two different the network. How it is learning the respective the address of the node. How it is updating is forward. So we have seen with an example also. One problem in a transparent bridge. So to provide the the better performance, so always network administrator they used to prefer go for rather than one bridge, they will use two bridges to interconnect two LANs. That may create the looping problem. To avoid the looping problem, we are going for a spanning tree algorithm. And that is an algorithm which is used to avoid the looping concept. That means actually the virtually virtually it will disconnect the unnecessary the bridge port. If anything happening, any problem happening automatically, so it will establish the connections physically as well as the virtually. That block ports will be again connected. So this is a very very important the algorithm and the topics and the problem, not only in exam point of view, in future also. If you are going for as a network engineer, so always there you may use two bridges rather than the single bridge interconnect two LANs. But you should know the mechanism to block the key ports, that is unwanted ports, to avoid the looping concept. Looping concept. Can you able to see this slide? Okay. Thank you. So this class we will see about the spanning tree algorithm and one example, the sample problem using spanning tree algorithm. So the algorithm it is very very simple. It is like a spanning tree. The name itself indicates. So it will start from the root. It will span. Span. You see that any tree. You see that any tree. So always this is the root. It will start from the root. Then it will grow. Then it will span. It will span. Similarly, in a spanning tree algorithm also, we should start with the root bridge. We should start with the root bridge. Then we should expand our network. So the first step, select the root bridge. Root bridge. Suppose if the network, the sample network, if it is connected with maybe 5 or 6, then with 4 or 5 the bridges. The first and the foremost, the important step, select root bridge. That is the root of the spanning tree among all bridges. How will you select root bridge? With the lowest bridge ID. With the lowest bridge ID, you can select root bridge. So bridge ID always, it will contain 8 bytes. It is an which 2 bytes as a priority and the 6 bytes as a max. Sometimes we may give bridge ID as 1, 2, 3, 4. Or sometimes we may give bridge ID as in terms of the MAC value, because each and everything it is having physical value, because bridge is working on a MAC layer. MAC layer. So it can be represented using the MAC address. So we are selecting root bridge such that it contains the lowest bridge ID. So this is the first step. The problem is very very easy to solve, to find the block ports, other ports by using the spanning tree. It is very very simple problem. But if you are following step by step, easily you can be able to arrive arrive the solutions that will avoid the looping problems, looping concept. So first step we are identifying root bridge. Next step, next step, with respect to the bridge, we should find the root port. With respect to the root bridge, we have to find the root port, because if you see that any network, let us consider if it is connecting like this. Maybe this is LAN 1, LAN 2. This is LAN 1, LAN 2, maybe LAN 3, so maybe LAN 4. We may use bridge to interconnect all the LAN, all the LAN. So let us consider this is bridge 1, bridge 2, bridge 3, bridge 4, bridge 5. First step, you have to identify the root bridge, which is having lowest bridge ID. Here D1 is the lowest bridge ID. The next step, you have to find the respective root port for the all bridges with respect to the root bridge, with respect to root bridge. So second step, determine the root port for each bridge except the root bridge. So the root port is nothing but port with the least cost path to the root bridge. How will you find the root port? The port which is having the least cost. So you may arrive in a tie situation. If you know, for example, from the bridge 3, I am calculating cost in this direction. I am calculating cost in this direction. If both the costs are equal, then how will you select the root port? Because if you take B3, this is example, this is port number 1, this is port number 3. If both are equal, the, the cost is equal, then automatically tie will happen. That time you should select the root port with the lowest port ID. In case of tie is happening, the root port is nothing but one with the lowest port ID. Then third step, select the designated bridge and port for each and every LAN. First step, you have to identify the root bridge which is containing the lowest bridge ID. Second step, you should find the path which is connecting the other bridges with the root bridge. Third step, you should find the respective the bridge and port which is connected LAN with the root bridge. Let us consider this is LAN, through which path it will connect the bridge 1 with the least cost. So for that, we have to select the designated bridge and the port for each LAN. So the designated bridge is nothing but bridge has least cost path from the LAN to the root bridge. So designated port is nothing but connects the LAN and the designated bridge. The same thing, if it is tie is happening, designated bridge is one with the lowest bridge ID. For example, from this LAN 5, this is one path to the root bridge. This is the another path to the root bridge. If tie is happening in terms of cost, then either you will select D5 as the designated bridge or D4 as the designated the bridge. Now, if tie is happening, you should select the designated bridge which is containing the lowest bridge ID. Lowest bridge ID. That is the fourth. So now you have find the root port, that is the root bridge. Then you find the root port. Then you have find the designated bridge and port. You mark all these things in the diagram. It's not containing either R, either D, then that is nothing but a block port. Block port. We'll see with an example. Let us consider the 4 LAN with 5 bridge. So 4 LAN with the 5 bridge. So the first step, we have to find the root bridge, which is containing lowest bridge ID. The step 1. Step 1. So find the respective the root bridge. In this example, bridge ID is nothing but B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. We are not giving any MAC address. So root bridge means the bridge which is containing lowest bridge ID. If we compare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 1 is the lowest. So the root bridge is B1. So next step, any doubts? Shall we proceed? Hello?
Yes, sir. You can proceed.
Yeah. So step 2, determine the root port for each bridge except the root bridge. Second step, you have to find the respective, the root port. So root port you have to find for each bridge. B1 is the root bridge. So we are finding B2 with respect to B1, B3 with respect to B1, bridge 4 with respect to bridge 1, bridge 5 with respect to bridge 1. So how will you find? How will you find? So if the land cost is not given, let us assume cost is 1. If it is not mentioning, let us assume all are equal cost with the value of 1. Value of 1. So land cost is nothing but the linking. Land cost is, it is nothing but the cost between land to the bridge. Each linking cost. It is nothing but 1. If it is not given, you should assume it is equal to 1. So now we have to find the root port, that is B2 to B1, whether we can connect through the port 1 or through the port 2. We have to select the root port. So if it is we are going in this direction, the cost here it is 1, here it is 1. So if you are if you are connecting B21, B11, the cost is 1 plus 1, it is equal to 2. Similarly, if you are going in this direction, here equal cost is 1, here 1, so total cost is 2. So if you are going through B2 to B1 to, then automatically, so the cost is 1 plus 1 if it is equal to 2. Now, if the tie is happening, you see here, if the tie is happening, root port is 1 with the lowest port ID. In this problem, so B21, if you are going through the directions, cost is 2. If you are going B22, cost is 2. So the cost is equal. Now tie is happening. Now you should select the root port such that it is containing lowest port ID. So here port is 1. So this is port is 2. So now this is the lowest ID. This is the root port. So for B2 to B1, port 1 is the root port. So the next step, B3 to B1, B3 to B1. So you may go in any direction. You may go in any direction. From B3 to B1, either you can go in this direction or you can go in this direction or you can go in this direction. Let us consider this is path 1, path 2, path 2. If I am selecting B3 to B1 through path 1, the cost here 1, here 1, the linking cost. So for the path 1, cost is 2. Suppose if I am selecting path 2, here cost is 1, cost is 1, cost is 1, cost is 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4. If I am selecting path 2, cost is 4. If I am selecting path 3, here cost is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I'm selecting path 3, cast is 6. Root pole which containing least cast path. So the path 1 it is a root pole. That is, for B3, 4 to 1, this is the root pole. This is the root pole. Any doubt here? Okay. So next we are going to the next one. Next we are going to the bridge 4. So from B4 to B1 can go in this direction. You can go in this direction, or you can go in this direction. Let us consider this is path 1, path 2, path 3. So for B1, path 1 is 1 plus 1, cos is 2. So path 2, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, cos is 4. Path 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So cos is 4. So the path 1, it is the shortest path. That is the least cost path. So B4 to 1, now this is the root pole. So next, we are calculating for B5. We are calculating for the B5. For the B5, you can go in this direction. You can go in this direction, or you can go in this direction. So this is path 1, path 2, path 3. So for B5, path 1, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, so 4. So path 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4. Path 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now tie is happening in both. So if tie is happening, which is having lowest port ID. So this is lowest port ID. For B5, this is the root port. For B5, this is the root port. So now second step was over. We have found the respective the root ports. So third step, we should find a designated bridge and designated port for each LAN. Third step, you have to find the designated bridge and port. Step 3, so find the designated bridge and port. So for each LAN, similar way for each LAN, So LAN 1 to B1, LAN 2 to B1, LAN 3 to B1, LAN 4 to B1. So LAN 1 to B1, this is one direction, this is another direction. Here cost is 1, here 1, 2, 3. So always this is the designated port. So for LAN 1, bridge 1, B1, 1 is the designated bridge and port. For LAN 2 to B1, this is one path, this is another path, So cost here 1, here 1, 1, 1. So 3. So always, for LAN 2 to B1 port to 2 is a designated port. So I am marking designated port here. I am marking designated port here. So this is also D. Now with respect to LAN 3, either I can go in this direction or I can go in this direction. From LAN 3 to this directions 1, 1, 1, cost is 3. In these directions through B3, so 1, 1, 1, cost is 3. Now tie is happening. How will you select the designated the bridge which is containing lowest bridge height? So if you are going in these directions, B4 is the bridge. In these directions, part B3 is the bridge. Now you compare these two, B3 is the lowest bridge ID. So for L3 to B1, we are selecting B3 with the port 2. So B3 with the port 2, now this is the designated bridge and port. So next you are moving to the last one. We are moving to the LAN 4. LAN 4. For the LAN 4, the different possible path from the LAN 4, I can go in this direction or I can go in this direction. Here I am going through B5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cost is 5. I am going through B3. 1, 2, 3. So cost is 3. Here I am going through B5, cost is 5. I am going through B3, cost is 3. This is the least cost path. So for LAN 4 to the root bridge B1, I am going through B3, 3. I am connecting through B3, 3. Now this is the designated port. So now I have find out all the root bridge, then designated the bridge. I have find the designated port. I have marked all these things in a respective diagram. Now if you see the diagram, so from these things you have to identify the block ports. For B1, both it is having designated port. So there is no block ports here. For B2, there is no connection here. This is the block ports. For B3, all the ports are connected. For B4, this is not connected. For B5, one is connected root port, this is not connected. So the last step, block port, you have to write block ports, first block ports, B2, 1. This is first block ports. Second block ports, B4, 1. Third block ports, B5. So now this is the block ports. First step, you have to find the root bridge which is containing lowest bridge ID. Second step, you should find the root port for each bridge with respect to root bridge. How will you calculate with the least cost path? If tie is happening, you should select them with the least port ID. Third step, with respect to each LAN, you should find an designated bridge and port with respect to the root bridge. How will you find? Same with the least cost. If tie is happening, which is containing designated with the lowest bridge ID, it is designated bridge. Then last step, we are finding block ports. That is whether it is not in a root port, it is not in designated bridge and port, remaining are the block ports. So using this, we can be able to identify block ports to avoid the looping. Here you may ask, so how the looping can be avoided? You see here, between LAN 1 to LAN 2, two bridges connected. But based on this spanning tree, we have virtually removed B2. That means here there won't be any problem with the looping concept. Because if two bridges connected between the two LANs, looping happening, problem will be happening. Here using spanning tree, we have virtually removed the connections B2 to 2 with the LAN 2. So automatically between LAN 1 to LAN 2 only one bridge is connected. There won't be any problem with the looping. Similarly, LAN 1 to LAN 3, B3 is connected. Next is B1, B4 is connected. B1, B4 is connected. So this is also in a series mode. So here also to avoid the looping, B4 2, which is removed, which is a black box. That means from LAN 3 to LAN 1, always it will go in these directions. So looping problem will be removed. Similarly, LAN 1 to LAN 5, B3 is one part, B1, B4, B5 is another part. So now B5 2 is removed as a black box. Automatically, it contains only one bridge. So looping problem will be removed. So this is nothing but and using spanning tree. How can you be able to reduce the looping concept? How you can be able to avoid the looping concept? Here we have seen with the bridge ideas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like a number with the equal cost. So next class we will see with the priority ID with unequal cost with the MAC address as an example as a one problem in the next class.